Hey everybody, it's Melissa from Sincerely Saturday. Today I am here again with another Anthropologie Inspired piece, and it's going to be Pom Pom pillowcase. For this you are going to need some plain pillowcase covers. I bought mine at IKEA, some yarn. You're also going to need some paint color of your choice, and a 2-inch foam brush, some hot glue or needle and thread to attach the pom-poms, and some tape that measures 6 millimeters wide in width. And so to start, we're going to make a paintbrush that is going to be able to paint stripes for us. So to do this, I took about 3-inch long pieces of 6 millimeter wide tape, and I evenly spaced them across my 2-inch wide foam brush. So you can kind of play with this and do as wide or as thin of stripes as you like. For this, I decided to make it as close to the Anthropologie pillowcase as I could. So this is what I came up with, and I feel like it's a very, very good match for that Pom Pom pillowcase from Anthropologie. So for this, you're just going to want to make sure that you are spacing these out evenly and that these are straight. And you are going to just snip the black pieces in between the tape about 1/2 inch up between the tape lines, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. And this is so that we can create a brush that is able to paint straight lines in one fell swoop. So here is my little 3-pronged foam brush invention. It works out super awesome. That way we're gonna have consistent lines all the way through. I did use a tape measure, and I will discuss that in just a second. So you're gonna wanna load your brush up. Just load the prongs themselves and try not to get it on the rest of the foam brush, or you're gonna be able to see those little mistakes. So you can see I'm just dragging it across the pillowcase, and it is a little bit wavy, which is totally fine. It looks really cute regardless, wavy or not. So don't fret if it does not look perfectly straight. It'll turn out really, really good. So you're just going to continue, and I measured from the bottom of the 3 lines 2 inches between each set of lines, and that was just so I can just have a better, like, consistent look all the way down the pillowcase. So I believe that I do have 1 extra line set of 3 than the Anthropologie pillowcases, but I'm totally cool with that. It still looks so, so cute. So just for your reference, the robin's egg blue color that I am using is just acrylic paint, and this yellow that I am using is fabric paint, and the fabric paint was much easier to apply, so I would recommend to only use fabric paint if you have that option. So you're just going to continue all the way down, and we're going to let this dry, and while it dries we are going to make our pom-poms. Alright, so while the glue is drying, we are going to make our pom-poms. You are going to begin by cutting an 8-inch piece of yarn off of your yarn ball and set that aside, and you're going to want to use 3 fingers and wrap your yarn around those 3 fingers 40 times. Once you have it wrapped around, you're going to gently remove that bundle of yarn off of your fingers and lay it across that piece of yarn we cut previously, and you're going to tie a knot. And by tying that knot, we are going to create a bunch of loops, and that is going to become our pom-pom. So once we have the knot nice and tied tight, we are going to cut all of those loops apart and fluff out our pom-pom. I used cotton yarn, and I do think that the cotton yarn, while the colors were exactly what I wanted, it's just not as fluffy as I wish it could have been. So if I do this again, I would definitely use a synthetic yarn in the same colors of yarn that I have now. You are going to need 12 of these pom-poms, so take your time, make them. I did find that the cotton yarn was kind of falling apart after I'd created these pom-poms. So if that happens to you, get your hot glue out and pry the pom-poms open and put a dab of hot glue in the middle of each pom-pom, and that will hold all of those pieces of yarn together. So once I knew that my pom-poms were nice and secure, it was now time to adhere them to my pillowcase. And like I said, you're going to need 12 of those pom-poms, and just, you know, evenly space them out. If you are really going for the Anthro look, they are not totally evenly spaced on those. So just kind of review what Anthro did and follow theirs. I do think that mine turned out so cute. And honestly, for $7 a pillowcase, you cannot beat that. Because the Anthro pillowcases, I believe, were like $58, which is like crazy expensive. And as always, if you guys make these, shoot me an email with pictures, and I'd love to post them on my blog, post on how to make these pillowcases. Please like and subscribe to my video and channel, and as always, visit sincerelysaturday.com for other awesome DIYs and tutorials.